Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. About to raise the bar, wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk, Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. Wild card mar. Wild card mar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mar. Wild card mar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mar. Wild card mar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mar. Wild card mar. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild Card Mar. You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar.
Yeah. What's up, peoples? My watchers, my viewers, my listeners, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all showing this love and support to I.O.W. Sports Network. You dig? We love it. We appreciate you. You know what it is. Tap in with my guy, 40 Water, Silent Hill TDS, the guy that did the intro for me. Tap in with my bruh. Love him to death. Tap in with him. Man, a lot of sports to talk about. Obviously, once you tap in with my guy, 40 Water, tap in with us. I.O.W. I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. That's where all our content is at. Yes, sir. All our content is right there. I.O.W. Sports Network. Yes, sir. Y'all don't mind me, y'all. I'm just bugging out. I'm just tripping. But yeah, I.O.W. Sports Network. That's where we at. Like, share, subscribe, spread that word. Before we get started, man, obviously, a few things to talk about. Roger Goodell gets a contract extension. Mecole Hardman back in Kansas City. Micah Parsons, is he the new TO for the Dallas Cowboys, sticking up for his quarterback? That's my quarterback. I'll explain that later. And of course, James Harden doesn't report to practice. And we'll get into all this, but I got to start here because I got to show some love to the ladies. Y'all know me. I always make sure when great things happen in women's sports, hey, you got to shout them out, show them their love, show them their appreciation. And your back-to-back WNBA champions, Los Vegas Aces, baby. Yes, sir.
Each team out of timeouts. Aces by 1. 8.8 to go in the fourth quarter of Game 4. Here we go. Ionescu to inbound. Trying to get it to Stewart. Dumps it in. Stewart juggles. Catches. 6 seconds left. Stewart with 5. Draws the double. Laney to the corner. Vandersloot. No! And that is it! An unforgettable finish to Game 4. A resilient conclusion to a remarkable season for the Las Vegas Aces. And for the first time in 21 years, the WNBA has a back-to-back champion. The Aces on top yet again. Incalculable grit from Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces without their floor general, without their starting center. They beat the Liberty at Barclays Center 70-69, the final.
New York had a tough time even inbounding the basketball. Look at the toughness shown here. Alicia Clark preventing her from going in. Jackie Young helping and then recovering out to the corner to contest the shot. Phenomenal team defense, Ryan.
The Aces have talked all season about their synergy, how connected they are as a group on the floor and off it. You see it in the way they scrambled on that final defensive possession, and a second title for a young woman who is quickly becoming one of the greatest this game has ever seen.
I'm going to show my love and appreciation to the ladies, man. They did their thing. Tony, shout out to Tony Savant. I'll tap in with my brother's content. Tony the Savant on YouTube. Tap in with him. Yeah, man. Hey, here's the deal. It shows, like I said, I'm gonna show the love to the ladies of the Las Vegas Aces back to back. They just did something that hasn't been done in 22 years in the WNBA. 22 years. It's been that long since there's been a back-to-back champion. They did it. Asia Wilson balled out. I mean, come on. Shooting 50% from the field, shooting 83% from the free throw line, averaging 13 rebounds. She's going to throw a steal. She's going to throw a block in there. Going to throw sprinkle in some assists, and she's going to give you at least 21 points. That's what she averaged in the finals. That's what she averaged. Asia Wilson wanted it. Hey, and rightfully so. We got to think about it this way. How bad do you think she wanted to win this one? Because obviously she felt snubbed. She felt she should have been back-to-back MVP. You know, but they gave it to Stewie, Breanna Stewart. Oh, trust Asia Wilson was she had that chip on her shoulder in this series. If you really look at her line stats. Pretty much is she had a solid play all around. Probably game 3 was the only game that she probably had a down game, quote unquote down game. Shooting wise, everything else she still did, still rebounded, still put in 16 points, still played her defense. But Asia Wilson wanted it. I could tell watching this series, she wanted to be like, all right, voters, y'all gave Breanna Stewart the MVP. The regular season. I'm gonna show you why y'all was wrong, and I'm gonna bust their ass. So shout out to Asia Wilson, Las Vegas Aces doing their damn thing. As you heard the commentator say, hey, that wasn't even at full strength. Chelsea Gray, floor general, as he likes to say, point guard, lost her. Candace Parker missed a good majority of the season as she unfortunately is getting up there in age. But hey, man, just gotta show appreciation and respect to when it happens, and that's just what it is. 2 years in a row, back to back, hasn't been done in 22 seasons in WNBA, and don't be surprised if they're a favorite to win it next year. Don't be surprised. With Chelsea Gray that was out, I was hoping that the Liberty would extend it. I thought they would take advantage of it, but the Aces showed their true grit, showed that they wanted it more. Congratulations to them. So let's stick to the world of basketball, but we're going to go to the NBA. All right, we're going to go to the NBA real quick because, there's a guy out here that is not showing up to practice, pretty much saying and doing whatever the hell he wants. I'm about sick of James Harden, man. Look, just to put everything into perspective, this is what you've been dealing with. Left OKC to be the man in Houston, was a scoring guy, scoring champ, did his thing. Got fed up with the situation there. Demanded a trade. Got his wishes. He traded to Brooklyn. Don't like how the situation's going there. Demands a trade. Gets to Philly. And now all of a sudden, he can't be the man no more. Wants to be the man. Wants to be the number one scoring option. Don't want to play second fiddle. And all of a sudden now he's mad at his GM, who's been his buddy and had his back for years. Now he's mad at him, saying a relationship is it's unrepairable. Can't repair it. And let's be honest. He opted back into his deal. Had a player option. $36 million on the table. And this is what I think happened. Just to paint the picture before I give my full spiel on about James Harden. I feel that he didn't see the value or didn't agree with the value of him on the open market or where GMs of other teams are valuing him at this point in his career. I'm thinking James Harden is already thinking that, hey, man, I'm James Harden. This is where my value should be as a player. Because remember, apparently Houston wanted to take him back, but he wanted to talk like he was, back in scoring title days, James Harden, the beard, back in Houston. And they were apparently what's been reported, they was ready to give him a max contract. But I say all that to say this. I don't think he saw or agreed with the value that teams and GMs was valuing him, and he didn't like it, didn't appreciate it. And so he opts back in because, hey, you don't leave $36 million on the table. Get your money, right? And so he's talking and so greasy about Daryl Morey, like, oh, he's a liar, he's this, he's that. I'm willing to bet that Daryl Morey said, okay, James, hey man, we've been buddies since back in Houston. I got you here to Philly, we homies. Because I care about you, I'm gonna try to trade you because you requested it. And I really think Daryl Morey tried to. But then again, he ran into the same problem that James did, as in, I don't feel like I'm getting adequate value back for you. So as a general manager, you don't shoot yourself in the foot. You don't pretty much put your nail in your coffin for you to get fired by not getting adequate value back or whatever value you think that you should get back from James Harden. I think that's what happened. And Daryl Morey was like, bro, hey, man, I tried to tell you, nobody was really giving up anything of significance for you, or damn sure they weren't going to give anything that was going to help the team. Which at the end of the day, that is Daryl Morey's job, is to make sure that he puts the right personnel on the team and not break the bank and not put the team in red. That's his job. And I think Daryl Morey did it and told the truth to James. And I honestly think James Harden is not coming to grips on what he is in the landscape of the NBA. Yeah, you still hear James Harden like, oh, word, James Harden. Yeah, cool. But you've never been on that LeBron level. Nobody's never seen James Harden at that level. But for some reason, he still thinks that he's at that level as one of the top dogs in the NBA. Could James Harden, give you 20 points, 25 points a night? He could probably do that in his sleep, no doubt. That's the only thing you're probably going to get from him. He could probably still facilitate. He's always been a good facilitator. Believe it or not, he can do well in the assist category. But for the most part, you're not doing nothing. We saw how that team looked in that playoff series. When James wasn't cooking, what else was he good for? He was good for complaining and not getting back on defense. He was complaining so much, sitting on the floor, crying for a foul, that he sat there while the team that he's playing is going back the other way, getting easy buckets, and now they down a man because you're still on the ground boo-hooing, crying that you didn't get a call or foul. That's what you're getting. And so now that James Harden skipped practice, yeah, we're talking about practice. We are definitely talking about practice because you've already shown the behavior of being a disgruntled person, being a disgruntled employee. Calling your boss a liar. I don't know how he gets more disgruntled than that. But the true question is, what do you do? How do the 76ers handle James Harden? I'll tell you what you do. You fine his ass for every practice he missed. You fine his ass for every practice that he's late to. I would make everything mandatory. I would take every team rules. Every team has rules. I will put it in paper. I will put it in policy, and I will have every player sign it so that I'm holding every player to the same level of expectations. Holding each player to the policy. What I would do is since I know James likes to be in the club, partying, I would do everything in the morning. Mandatory practice, 7 a.m. Mandatory meetings, 8 a.m. Mandatory everything. Team, mandatory everything, literally, in the morning. Let's see if you get your little silly ass, stop smelling like Hennessy and Trill Burgers and come get your ass to practice. Come get your ass to meetings. I would force him to be a part of the team. And if you can't do it, I'm fining you. I would fine him. Every time. You late to the meeting, that's a fine. You missed the meeting, that's a fine. You missed practice, late to practice, fine and fine. But I would definitely disguise it as team policies, as in everybody got to abide in. But I'm definitely, definitely looking at you, pimp. You, James Harden. I will make his life a living hell. Policy after policy after policy. And I'm making the easiest policies that I know that he couldn't follow. You want to be in the club? Okay, that's fine. Better have your ass here at that meeting, that practice, and we going early in the morning. Early bird gets the worm. Be sharp. Be ready. I'm telling you, Nick Nurse got his hands full because this is a situation that, hey, it could be very volatile. Because what are your other options? You can't trade them. Already tried that option. Only way you can trade James Harden is if he just, finally smartens up and says, hey, maybe it's beneficial for me as a player to just shut up, play ball, and put the numbers on the stat sheets and still ask for my trade, but I changed my value. That's the only way James is going to be able to get out of Philly. That's the only way. And as Philly, I would take it. I would say, hey, thank you for the first half of the regular season. I'm waiting to the trade deadline. Boom. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Because that helps us out. You raise your value from your play, you can get that gives us more value that we're going to get back in return for you. That's the only way this works. Because James Harden has to change a lot of perceptions on how everybody sees him because, hey, I know what I'm watching when I see James Harden. I'm seeing the guy that literally is hanging on to the last little remnants of offensive skills that he has. Sporadic defense, sporadic facilitating, but he still wants to be that scoring champion, James Harden. So, me personally, if this is the way you want to rock, cool. Go ahead and get your value right, because this, if you say in this relationship is irreplaceable, or can't be fences can't be mended, it's irreparable. Can't we ain't we just we just ain't vibing. He oil, I'm water. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're saying, then help yourself out, James Harden. But if I'm Daryl Morey, if I'm Nick Nurse, I'm making your life a living hell, bro. I'm not gonna make it easy for you. I'm not doing nothing dirty or anything. I'm creating team policies, making them mandatory for certain things, and I'm holding everybody accountable. But I'm doing it all in spite of really you. That's what I would do. That's how I would handle James Harden. You either get in line and you can help us both out by getting your value up so we can trade you, get the hell up out of here, or you're going to pay these fines and but I'm not going to play you. I'll let you get some minutes, but I'm not bending over backwards to play you. You want to be a distraction, then go be a distraction at the end of the bench, or don't show up at all. But I'm not gonna have you just run amok. If I'm Nick Nurse, man, come on, man. And at some point, put your foot down. Say, hey, man, what the hell mad at you, man? Be a man about this situation. Yeah. You're not wrong. I think he's definitely clownish behavior. My thing is he's gotten his way in the NBA. And at this point in time in his career, he's finally realizing that general managers from other teams, they are seeing the actual value of him right now as he is. Not from what he once was. They're seeing the actual true value of what he is now. He doesn't agree with it. He doesn't agree with it. He can go to Taiwan, go play in China with Dwight. He needs to get. I think his NBA days are starting to get numbered, and I think he's starting to come to the realization of that. I think it's really at that point where the NBA, the general managers, are starting to tell James, "Hey, man, we getting to the end of the road with you, bro. We really getting to the end of the road with you, and you can't keep continuing, with this same me. I want this, I want that type of attitude, because it's going to kill his value. It's going to kill his value. And once GMs don't see value in you, hey, man, you'll be the quickest cat out the league. The phone calls stopped calling. You know, all them times that hey, man, I'm James Harden, man. They always going to call my phone. Okay. Them phone calls going to stop calling. Let's not forget Carmelo Anthony. Hey, phone stopped ringing. It happens to a lot of players. Phone stops ringing. James Harden's getting real close to that point in time in his NBA career. Believe it or not. So, hey, James Harden only has one option, and that's to shut the hell up, go play basketball, and change his value, change his perception. That's the only way that it'll be beneficial to not only him, but it damn sure be beneficial to the 76ers. But that's how I would handle it. Hey, man, mandatory everything, mandatory this, mandatory that, be on time for this, be on time for that. You can't follow the rules and abide by that, James Harden. There are penalties. I'm hitting you in the wallet. Fines every time. So come on. So that's what I would do. That's how I would handle James Harden. Ain't nobody got time for the bull. For real. Ain't nobody got time for the bull. And James Harden is you know, he is the what is that? The basketball wives sector of the NBA. He is that's what he is. He is the basketball wives of the NBA sector. That part of it, because the man wants to, you know, be seen, be heard, be this, be that. But what we're not doing is putting in the work to be the actual basketball player. He's giving us everything else. He's giving us the WrestleMania WWE entertainment side, but he's not willing to put in the work to actually do the basketball part, because he's not doing all the aspects of being a basketball player. He's really not. I'm just that's just based on what I see, man. And I mean, yeah, y'all saw what he was doing in that playoff series. Ref, that's a foul. No, man, get up and get back on defense. Ain't nobody got time for you to be crying. Like, you didn't got everything you want in the NBA. I think people are really about fed up about it. They gotta be. Because eventually your talent is not gonna outweigh your whininess, your cryingness, your necessity to get what you want. These GMs got to be tired of it. I don't blame them. I'm not surprised. Because at some point, those, you know, you can't keep doing the same thing and think everybody's going to still love you the same way as you know, go about situations the same way. Oh, I don't like this. Well, get me up out of here. I want this. Give me that. Give me this. Give me that. Eventually that gets old and tired. So, no surprise. No surprise that he's going to be hard to trade. Hey, come on, you don't think these GMs talk? Hey, man, this Beard fella, man. The motherfucker shoot. He can shoot. Piss poor attitude. Yeah. And he can put some butts in your seats. He can do that. But the attitude is shitty. Shitty attitude. Yeah. You don't think them GMs talk? Eventually them GMs get tired of the same shenanigans. Because they know what? They know that just by general, you know, GP, human behavior, human natural instincts, James is still going to be James. He may change his scenery, but he ain't changed his stripes. You can't have the same situations, Houston, Brooklyn, Philly, same situations, same behavior, and think GMs is gonna fall for it and think it's cool. Tony, talk to me, man. What's happening, man? Tony.
1 second, bro. 1 second.
Yeah. But you know what it is. That's my guy, Tony Savant. He gonna tap up in here real quick. My man's a good basketball guy. We'll see what let me know. He'll let me know when he's ready. I thought he was ready. My bad. So we'll get him up here in a second. But I just think that James Harden is he's part of that class that has gotten on Adam Silver's last damn nerve. Speaking of basketball, real quick, I saw a report where they said kind of the downfall or behavioral things that's going on with Ja Morant is kind of a result of T. Morant kind of egging it on his dad. I don't know if y'all saw that. I thought that was quite interesting when I saw that. All right, there he is. Thumbs up, Tony. Let me know when you're ready, bro. You ready? Thumbs up. Let me know when you're ready. All right, there you go. Tony.
What's good, big bro? What's good?
And what's happening, man?
Oh, blessed, man. Just working hard. Same stuff, different day. You know how I go.
Yeah, of course. Same thing, different day.
I heard you was talking about that clown James Harden, man. I gotta fire him up. I'm hoping this is the end of James Harden, really, man. Honestly, big bro. Let me turn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping because just over the years, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Just over the years, man, I just made a video talking about it. It's just, after seeing what he did with Houston, after seeing what he did with Brooklyn, I can't for the life of me figure out why the Clippers are even considering, getting them, especially considering that Russell Westbrook and him was not successful in Houston. It's just a bunch of mess, man. Just a bunch of mess. But also, I just think I didn't hear about that T. Morant situation.
Yeah. It was an article from ESPN. The NBA Central had dropped. They were saying there was a correlation to some of the behavior with Ja Morant didn't really start till T. Morant kind of, I don't know, vicariously living through him because he didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
So just, obviously I'm not in that circle to really know or be around T and Ja to really have 100% true aspect of it. But this article is just pretty much stating out their opinions about, certain behavioral differences in Ja and who was around him. And it was pretty much, they just, try to formulate connecting their own dots that, hey, T. Morant and kind of vicariously living through his son. And that's when you kind of see the behavioral change in him. So, hey, I mean, if that's the case, obviously both of us being dads, being fathers, look, I'm 36, man. My dreams of being the NFL star, them things was buried a long time ago in 2005, the moment I graduated high school. All right. Look, I knew what it took. I knew I wasn't willing to put it in the work. So I put those dreams aside. They were gone. All right. Now, one thing that I've always done other things, I could flap my gums, talk a lot of sports, hence why I'm doing podcasts. I could cook my ass off. I stay in that lane. So cooking and podcasting and flapping my gums, those are my lanes. All right.
Yeah, right.
So I stay in those lanes. All right. So my thing is I would never, ever, for the life of me, if I was to ever have a son, just try to vicariously live through him. If that's his dream, that's his dream. Whatever my daughter's dreams are, that's their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
For the life of me, if this is true, Tony, what the hell is T. Morant of all people? You supposed to be the one that want this guy, your son, to stay out of the trouble, not be the one to, pretty much condone it or egging it on.
Yeah, I think it's crazy, and what I think of when I think of T. Morant is all of the flack that they gave LeVar Ball for being a good dad. LeVar ain't do nothing but put those boys into good situations, got them all into the league. He said that what happened when they was in high school, with the exception of LiAngelo. I think LiAngelo is going to be probably on the business side of things, like Deion Jr. But outside of that, I remember the media just acting like LeVar Ball was the worst. But I don't hear nobody, like you said, I ain't hear nobody giving T no backlash, because we all know John Moran is probably one of the best players in the league right now. Definitely one of the most successful, players in the league. And to hear his dad is in the way trying to hinder that, man, just kind of, it breaks my heart. But it's also, the mainstream media is very irresponsible. That's nasty that they jumped on LeVar Ball and Lonzo and well, I say LaMelo, really. LaMelo, the baller in the family. he getting it right now. But like, they ain't never been in trouble, ain't never been a part of no. Well, Lonzo's part of a scandal now. I don't know if you heard about that, Big Bro, but kind of crazy. But other than that, they've been keeping their nose clean for the most part. I think the NBA should do their due diligence to keep T. Morant out of the damn games, keep him out of the damn facility. If you're gonna be here, you in the private box, the family room, something like that.
Pay for your ticket.
Hey, look, we don't need any more distractions for this young man who's an asset to the NBA. Let's just be real. He probably generating the NBA a lot of money. So,
hey, of course, when you see jersey sales, his name's gonna be at the top. That affects not just him, not just Memphis. That affects the league. When your money getters to the bottom line are the ones that's being a fool. So, hey, you got a point right there. So, just T. Morant, I hope this situation ain't true, bro. But if it is, dog, you got to do better than this as a parent. Like, I don't know, where do we get off trying to be friends and wilding out like that with the excessive drinking and I don't mind the drinking in the strip club point, but when it comes to a matter of you being silly and having the blickies out.
Yeah.
Trying to serve up a certain image that ain't you, because in the same report, Tone, it's literally going through all the character things that everybody kept mentioning. Hey, nice young man, very well spoken, very respectable. They even brought into account where there's certain places in Memphis that Ja would go to. And how the wait staff was like, yeah, man, hey, Ja, real good peoples. He's this, he's that, he's nice, well spoken. And then lately, they're like, yo, man, I can't stand when he come in here with his little entourage and all this. So you see how the character flips, and it's like, wow. I mean, that speaks volumes. I mean, literally, everybody's spoken so highly of the guy. Now all of a sudden, now he's a disturbance.
Yeah. And it goes to say, I know you know about this. The birds of a feather flock together, big bro. Hey, eagles hang with eagles, pigeons hang with pigeons. That's one thing my dad used to always say. And it was like, look, if you want to be with the gangbangers, the thugs, then you're gonna get what come with that. If you're gonna be with the scholars and the athletes, you're gonna get what come with that as well. So. And it just goes, that's a glaring example that Ja, just a couple years ago was a model citizen, got his bag, and now he got all these dudes around him that ain't, for his best interest, to say.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows it. Everybody in your community that loved you can't stand you now.
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. But let's flip this joint real quick because you got Roger Goodell, man, getting another extension, 64 years old. His contract hasn't ran out yet, but This 3-year extension is going to make him commissioner through 2027. So, man, peep this out, man. I'm gonna throw some numbers at y'all, and it might trip y'all out on this one. What's up? What's up, my man Omar? He's saying what's up. Of course, the number one hater. Happy birthday to the homie Big Nick Shine. Just had his birthday. Hate you too, motherfucker. Anyway,
my boy.
So Roger Goodell, man, 64 years old, just got a 3-year contract extension. Listen to this. They haven't dropped the numbers on his extension yet, but I did see some reports that said they're going to make it pretty much incentive based. And hey, that wouldn't be an issue for him because hitting financial goals is not a problem for Roger Goodell. 63.9 million was the last reported annual value of what he was getting, and that was back in 2019-2020 season.
That's
$63.9 million is what he was reportedly receiving. That puts him far ahead of any other commissioner. I don't even need to look at the numbers at that. 63.9 million annually. Come on. Woo!
That's that Dak Prescott money, man.
Bruh, my goodness. Look, when it comes to policies, I'll say this. There's some policies, and when it comes to policies and punishment of certain policies, there's times I think Roger Goodell still misses the mark. I think he's still tone deaf on applying certain punishments and applying certain policies. That is. But I will say this. Where would the NFL be? I don't know where they would be without Roger Goodell. Not sure. Because Paul Tagliabue stepped down in 2006. He took it over. And year in and year out, you see nothing but lucrative and big money flowing through NFL.
Yeah.
And obviously him being, the employee of the owners, the 31 owners, those are his bosses. That's who he works for. I'm pretty sure that they would say that they're pretty happy with the way that he has handled situations. You got to look at situations like this when teams aren't good. Commanders hasn't been good. Washington franchise hasn't been good. They were, they needed Dan Snyder to get up out of there. They sold the team for $6 billion.
Thanks.
$6 billion. Broncos won the Super Bowl in 2015, but it's been a minute. They, sold for almost $5 billion. So when you see teams that don't even necessarily have to be doing well, like a Commanders, like a Denver, and still get sold for billions of dollars, $4.5 and $6 billion, the value, the marketing value, just the financial value of the NFL has gone up, and he's spearheaded it. And guess what? He's not done. I spoke about it last night, Tone. Hey, there's a good chance that if that flag football goes through for the Olympics in 2028, the NFL is going to profit big off of it because he's going to have that partnership involved in that, and he's going to make sure that it's a because NFL is the true example of what it is of football. He's trying to put it on an international frame. Now, I know the NFL has always done international things. When we was growing up as kids, you remember they played the preseason games in Tokyo, at the NFL Europe. So they've always tried to market Europe internationally. So when you go back and really look at things like NBA, they play a sport that is international. Basketball is international. Baseball is an international sport. Hockey is an international sport. Soccer is an international sport. Football was pretty much the only sport that wasn't being played on an international professional level. That's the only one. And so you pretty much primarily got the NFL. And so, hey, three straight games in London, games in Germany, He ain't done, bro.
Yeah. No, I think Roger Goodell has definitely done a fantastic job as the commissioner, with the exception of some situations. You know, you can't get it right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But to segue off your point, bro, he's definitely taken this game to another level. But I don't like to give Roger Goodell too much credit, because you got to look at it as the NFL is the reason why it markets well in America is because we are a bloodthirsty people. You know what I mean? We like seeing car crashes. We don't want nobody want to be a part of it, but it seems that's what the NFL is. The rest of the world, as you can see with the NBA, they kind of like, yeah, let's gentrify this thing a little bit, if you will. You know, so the NFL is still allows. I mean, you talking about ain't no real thing as a small market team in the NFL. Like how you said, like the cheapest team. Well, I don't even know who would be the worst team in the NFL.
Hell, right now the Cardinals or the Bears. But guess
Nobody,
what? They would still sell for almost $6 or $7 billion.
easy. And when you're talking about in the NBA, nobody wants to play in Charlotte. Nobody wants to play in Oklahoma. You know what I mean? But the NFL, you can have what? I mean, not to knock your spot, bro. Kansas City isn't like a tourist destination per se, but you can't tell me that the Kansas City Chiefs ain't a destination for a superstar. I mean, I know what's my boy just got signed with the Eagles, but I'm pretty sure he would. Any receiver in the league right now wouldn't mind going to play in Kansas City. You can't really say the same thing about the NBA market.
Yeah, the NBA market is weird. Obviously, you know your big market cities like New York, L.A., Chicago. You know, they always want them to you know be competitive and whatnot, but not everybody's competitive in those big market cities in the NBA. The Knicks are, yeah, the Knicks are the Knicks. I'm being real nice right now. I'm just gonna keep it at that. But
yeah, my Bulls. Chicago Bears, the Bulls, all them teams suck. The Blackhawks.
Oh man, man, I know it should be tough, man, but it's for me especially when it comes to Roger Goodell, because he has generated so much cash flowing through the NFL. That'll be his always saving grace. He can, you know, if he got involved in this scandal, they would literally have to put up to vote whether to get him out of that position or not, just because of the fact that he's generated so much money coming through the NFL. They were like,
go ahead. Can I ask you, do you think the same way the NBA kind of fell off a little bit when David Stern retired? Do you think the NFL is going to fall off like that when Roger Goodell walks away, if he does in another 3-4 years?
And it's funny that you say that because he's 64, and around the time that Pete Rozelle walked away, and about the same time Paul Tagliabue walked away, was around this time in their age. I'm pretty sure, without a shadow of a doubt, I mean, it would only make perfect sense. He's already been grooming a successor, regardless. A person that's been, because I mean, Goodell's been in the league since about 82 when he started interning. You know, 1982. It's 2023, so he's been around in the NFL for a long time. Worked his way up. I mean, this to me, this is just another corporate structure, just like any other corporate structure. There's going to be somebody at the top. There's going to be somebody that's going to be the successor, waiting in line and pretty much getting groomed for it, and you know, more than likely take over. But the blueprint is there. You don't really have to mess it up. Roger Goodell is showing anybody and everybody, whoever decides to take this position when he ever retires, hey, this is the blueprint. I'm making it real easy for you. Just don't crash a Ferrari. I mean, so, but hey, he earned an extension because he's doing right by the 31 bosses that he has, called the owners, and they're saying, hey, man, I don't even have to put out the best product out there as a team. But I know because of the overall value of the NFL that my team has value, regardless. So, has value regardless. So he's deserving it. A couple of moves in the NFL happen. Mecole Hardman comes back to Kansas City, wide receiver, traded from the Jets. Look, I was actually surprised by this, but now that I think about it, it makes more and more sense. You know, my thing is at first I was against it because I'm thinking like, well, if they didn't have him back when they didn't had the chance to sign him because he was a free agent, you didn't re-sign him. There was a reason why you wanted to move on, whatever reason is. You know, regardless, you change your mind. He's here. Made a trade for him. You pretty much gave up nothing. Just did a swap on the 6th and the 7th round pick, and that was about it. I'm confused why the Jets didn't use him. I don't. Is Nathaniel Hackett that bad of a play caller? He couldn't figure out how to use a speedy receiver.
I think it's Xavier Gibson.
Yeah,
been the gadget guy and getting some receptions as well. In addition, I think Mecole Hardman was there as a asset for Aaron Rodgers. You know, Aaron Rodgers is a vet. He gonna probably want veteran receivers. You got if Xavier Gibson, we didn't know he would be balling the way he is now. But if you got a rookie receiver in that position and he's dropping balls, first thing Aaron Rodgers is gonna do is cook him.
Get him up out of there. Yeah,
you know. So
yeah.
I think Mecole was purely there, just like Dalvin. You know, the same situation. They might get rid of him next, but I like it for I like it for your Chiefs, man, because I mean, y'all need more options on offense, and it's pretty good to get somebody that already knows the offense.
Yeah. And for those same reasons why I came around and was like, yeah, it makes sense because some of the things that the offense has kind of been struggling on with the Chiefs are things that Mecole Hardman has always done well for the Chiefs. Like this jet sweep stuff, that's always kind of been his theme with the Chiefs. And for some reason, they've been trying to find somebody to do it, and his wide receiver core has been failing epically. So why not go get him and let him be proficient at that? And because that was another weapon that was at fold for the Chiefs. So it does make a lot of sense. And like I said on another show before, you're comparing the Chiefs offense to what they've normally done. So when they're not scoring 29, 30, 35 points, you're like, what the hell's wrong with them? You know, you're only scoring 24. Huh? What's going on? Like, yeah. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a freak out, but it's at the same time, it's a low risk, high reward type of situation where if it does work out and help the team, you're like, hey, and it costs us nothing. Yeah. And look what we got. So I do like the move. Now that I put more thought upon it. But hey, I hope it works out. I really do. I really do. But here's another thing in the NFL that I definitely want to get your opinion on. I'm gonna pull this up real quick just because I think I need to hear somebody else's opinion on it before I give mine, because I just think that it's just a weird, not a weird situation, but it's just more like this is why not everybody deserves to have a podcast. So we'll take a listen, and this is one and only Micah Parsons.
I just don't condone the bashing of Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys and have the same energy for the Eagles. We want the same energy for everybody because there's a whole bunch of bashing when it's Dak Prescott, but not the same when it's the Eagles. I got time today. A lot of people said the Browns defense was overhyped. I said the Browns are the real deal. Acho said this, which pissed me off. I'm not worried about the 49ers. They were missing Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. The Browns were missing Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb. They were missing them key factors before the game even started. So why is it that we are just scrubs and we're nobodies that don't deserve to be on the field and we're just all talk? But there's 100 excuses for these other teams. If y'all just want to hate Cowboys Nation, just say y'all hate Cowboys Nation. I'm tired of people trashing my quarterback. I'm tired of people trashing my team. And that's why I had nothing to say to the media this week. You want to hear me talk? Come to hear me talk on The Edge Monday night. And that's
yeah.
Look, I love Micah Parsons, man. I think he's a talented dude. But you got to be living under a rock to not understand why. First of all, Dallas Cowboys, man, they the number one media. They're right there with the Lakers. You're gonna hear about the Cowboys if you want to or not. Two, we are in year 8 of the Dak Prescott era. Not year 5, not year 6. This is year 8. When you are at year 8, you are what you are. So this is where people are criticizing Dak. You know what I mean? In the sense of, dude, Patrick Mahomes came in after you 2 Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts came in after you, Super Bowl. Joe Burrow came in after you, Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson came in after you,
MVP.
MVP. You know what I mean? Then you got a whole nother class of dudes, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, who are playing better than you. You know, nobody's going to say Trevor Lawrence. But I wouldn't say that Dak Prescott is better than Trevor Lawrence. But all of these dudes that came in after you, and you still trying to figure it out. You still can't go through your progressions to get to your fourth option. You still holding the ball like you a high school quarterback, and you finna use and just do something because you holding the ball. Like I said, I want to start off all of this with I love Micah Parsons, but like, bro, you just got here, bro. We've been dealing with Dak for years, right? Like, we talking about the Super Bowl defense. We ain't talking about the Super Bowl team. You know what I'm saying? Micah, you doing your part. Shout out to you. DeMarcus doing your part. Shout out, Trevon, the whole game. Dak is in year 8, bro. So that's what look, dude. If you ain't figured it out by 9, Jerry Jones locked himself into the dumbest contract in the world with him because you paid him too much to get rid of him. And he's here too long for you to, try to move off of him. So I try to start with Trey Lance, but my bad, bro. I'm rambling a little bit.
No, you good, man. It's. I mean, you pretty much hit all the talking points. My thing is that's why I needed. That's why I'm glad that you hopped on and I had you give your opinion, because I'm thinking like, come on, Micah Parsons, this is why not everybody deserves a podcast. All right, look. I know you athletes want to give your opinion, and obviously Trav Kelsey and his brother Jason Kelsey with their podcast has blown up, being pretty much the number one podcast, and they're pretty much podcasting during the season. I get it. Not everybody wants to do it. Like literally, every player, NFL player that has any type of buzz around their name has a podcast while they're doing it in the season, and I know it's a fad. Everybody wants, but here's the thing. Don't go on your podcast sitting there whining and crying on why the media gives you attention. Just like you said, bro, you are playing for the Cowboys. Your owner has made it so that everybody is talking about you. Your owner made it part of his business plan to be the most talked about, sought after football team in all of the football teams for as long as he saw fit.
Facts.
That was part of his business plan. Mm-hmm. And it's worked out for him because he was the first North American owner to generate $1 billion in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
His plan worked. So my thing is, he did not have that plan in regards of, hey, let me make sure that Micah Parsons is not feeling slighted by the media and all that. Your feelings were not involved in that business plan.
Facts.
You can't sit here and cry about the fact that you are the most talked about football team because it comes with the territory.
Mm-hmm.
You're on that platform.
Hey, you're right, bro. Everybody don't deserve a podcast, man, but for that reason. And I said this in one of my pre-records, but it sounds good to say like I'm getting an opinion from a former NFL player or a current NFL player, but it gets to a point where it's like, it ain't nowhere in the world I'm a fan and I know more about the game than you, bro. I can't. It's just the more as you talk, and I'm noticing this as more of these players pop up with their podcasts. It's like the more they talk, it's like, yo, I definitely know more about the game than you. You spent how many years in the league? Now I'm not saying that about Micah in this situation, but he's just coming off with this particular segment as a person that, like, bro, you are in the NFL. You see Dak every day, and he might look good in practice, and you want to be the good teammate and be like, this, that, and the third. But and not all of the. I'm gonna say this too. Not all of the blame should go to Dak, because CD Lamb need to get it together, and Tony Pollard need to get it together too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair assessment. There's enough blame to go around, but that's another part of this situation too, where quarterbacks know without a shadow of a doubt that when shit gets bad, man, I know exactly who they coming to for answers.
Not a wide receivers league.
No.
If it was that, then we would be on Micah Parsons behind. But it's Dak $60 million. Let's get it.
That's like you said. That's another factor of it. When you look at the pay scale and the pay with the pecking order, quarterbacks are literally in a league of their own.
Yeah.
They're sitting comfortable in the league of their own. And this is another thing that's going to kill all these other positions. And this is why you positions need to pay attention. So Micah Parsons, I dig it. You sticking up for your quarterback. That's my quarterback. UTO version 2.0. Cool. I appreciate it. But guess what? When shit comes down to the nitty gritty, when it comes to the CBA getting negotiated in a few more years, and you a defensive lineman or a linebacker, and you want more money, you better hope that your quarterback comes up and sticks up for you. Because what's the incentive of a quarterback to come stick up for anybody else? They ain't got no incentive to stick up for nobody else, because their pay scale is above and beyond and separated from everybody else. You know, you got Daniel Jones making $40 million $40 million, cuz.
No, quarterbacks stick up for their offensive linemen. That's why offensive linemen get paid and stay in one place for so long.
Yeah, but Dak ain't sticking up for Micah Parsons.
No, but that's the thing too. Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. And Dak ain't restructuring his contract neither. This nigga gonna be making 69. Let's come 2027. By the time Roger Goodell's contract is up, Dak will be making $70 million a year to play NFL football. So yeah, Dak ain't thinking about Dak. I don't even know if Dak is hearing Micah Parsons' podcast. He listening to Rich Eisen.
Look, my thing is like I'm just trying to figure out how oblivious Micah Parsons sounds with this stuff on his podcast, because this isn't. I can understand a one-off situation, but this is almost similar to him with the George Kittle thing. I think after they got their ass kicked. Mm-hmm. Oh, and we gonna see y'all again. It was personal. He said, "F the Cowboys." So.
Yeah, bro, y'all lost bad. Do what he wants.
Exactly. Hey, when you the one getting your ass kicked, you supposed to just shut the hell up and just. Unfortunately, you got to take it. Yeah. But when you the person that get to be the one handing out the ass whooping, is more than in your own right to yap. Yeah, and rock a FU shirt. Who cares?
Yeah, and Micah know it. And Micah know how this thing goes. Everybody, it's your boy Tom. Yeah, Mike, there go, man. It's just I don't know, man. That's what it go back to your point, bro. Everybody ain't supposed to have a podcast.
Hey, man.
And this is why the legends, we respecting them too, because it was some mystique involved. Like when I seen Dion on Sundays, I appreciated him on Sundays, because I'm not gonna hear Dion all throughout the week and talking about his opinions and his feelings and all this crazy stuff. Like, at the end of the day, Micah, I don't give a damn what you feel about Dak Prescott. Dak, he sucked. You pretty decent. Both of y'all figured out to come home with the win. You know what I mean? Quit losing me money. That's why everybody mad at Dak. He putting up all this money on fantasy football and betting lines and
yeah. You fucking up the church's money, bro. Hey, the building fund is supposed to help the building, but shit ain't getting used on the building because you messing it up, Dad. Come on, man.
Fumble in the bag. This. Come on, Prescott.
So yeah, like, come on. Micah, we gotta do better, dog. Yeah. Hey, because like you said, Tony, I don't give a damn what the hell you say. Is you gonna be there? Because I got you on my fantasy team, because we got defensive players on one of the slots, and I got you, and I need you to get them sacks. I need you to get them forced fumbles, them interceptions, fumble recoveries. That's the only thing I care about, bro. All this other bullshit, whining and crying. Hey, I'm sick and tired of people talking about my quarterback, talking about my team, and you taking it personal, kiddo, with your FU shirt. Oh, I can't wait to see you again. You sure? We just saw what they did to you.
Yeah, and you see him again and get sent to the crib. Last time, well, fun fact, the 49ers have sent the Cowboys to the crib the past 2 seasons. You don't want to see him again. Like, fam, stop.
That's the last motherfucker you want to see, dog.
3 L's in a row, 3 spankings in a row. You
Come on.
still trying to keep your hand out the cookie jar, man.
It's wild, bro. Nah, man, it's wild. But, man, I'm going to shut it down, man, before we get up out of here, man. Hey, Tone, man, tell them where they can find you at, my guy.
Oh, yeah, man, the YouTube. Actually, big bro, I'm about to go live and do a little basketball talk. If you want to pull up, man, please feel free to do so. But, of course, the YouTube, Tony the Savant, Facebook, Tony the Savant. Tony the Savant, omniscient, man. I just started a TikTok because my wife made me do it. I'm like, all right, let me just throw some content on there.
Bro, I've been real tempted to do a TikTok. I've been real tempted because I'm everywhere else. So I'm like, I'm on Threads, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. Twitter is the only joint I ain't got. So,
Yeah,
I mean, TikTok is the only joint I ain't got. So I've been tempted to go over there.
don't get it, big bro. I've been tweaking it and trying to play with the algorithm, man. I'm like, this is for the kids, man. This is what you remember when Instagram came out. Our parents was like, nah, we on Facebook. You know?
Yeah.
We was on Instagram, we was on Facebook.
Hey, that's funny because Facebook is like a dinosaur for everybody now in this social media world.
Your parents that posting their class reunions and they up there dancing, everybody.
Yeah, they still two-stepping and shit.
It's just TikTok is the new. I mean, we had IG and Snapchat in our era, in our day, but now TikTok is they stuff.
No, I'm staying away from the Snapchat. I don't need the Snapchat, bro.
Hey, me neither. Yeah, baby, I got it. It's good. This is the crazy part. You only need like 1 or 2 of these platforms, man. People be.
Hey, I'm staying away from the Snapchat, dog.
Yeah, that ain't nothing really. I don't know who started Snapchat.
Hey, nah.
You can't even keep your pictures. Like,
Hey, that's what I loved about it, but that's what I hated about it, bro. Never mind. That's another conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Tap in with me, I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like, share, subscribe, I.O.W Sports 1 on the Twitter. Everything's at the bottom of the screen, man. If y'all feeling real guilty, man, drop a Cash App, $ I.O.W Sports Network. You're feeling some guilt and you feel like you feel the need to be charitable. You can always be charitable over here. Wildcard Mar, Facebook and Instagram, KC Wildcard Mar on the Twitter, man. We everywhere. 613 Fade Productions, D-Man K Sports Podcast in the Four Corners of Wrestling. I'm always working. So, hey, man, hey, shoot me that link. I'll be up for a minute. I ain't doing shit. But y'all know what it is. Hey, that's my brother right there, Tony the Savant. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with his content, tap in with all the I.O.W Sports content. And you know what it is, man. Tap in with me tomorrow night with my guy, Game Time, Bobby G, his YouTube channel. We do the Thursday night recap. Until then, I guess I'll see y'all for the Thursday afternoon show. It's been real. Peace and love. Holla at y'all.
Silent Hill TDS. Hitchhikers.
Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers load across the scene is dangerous, aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters for my neighbors, resisting human nature. Persistently getting greater, bloodshed like the Terminator. Fire up the green, I need it, increase the dopamine. Feel better, so I kill better, doped up for cocaine. booming like I never had a home, so I'm all alone. Smoking bones down the chromosomes till the filter's gone. Suffocating under heavy pressure, the signature marks are the cornerstone of a nigga that's ready to spark. Like the pathway through the treacherous, wonderful dark. Searching for a lost part, curators of a lost art. Desperately holding shit together until it falls apart. Blood stuck to pulling the water, just waiting on the sharks. Love is a deadliest game, but I'll just massacre your heart. Tearing at your body, wondering how did we start.
Fuck man, I think a nigga about to spaz out, cause I don't give a fuck no more when I'm down to my last night. Then I ran out of luck, feeling look down, about to pass out. Speeding down the highway in this challenge, afraid of God I won't crash out. Dump the ash out, give it all up on the cash out. Make every second count, I just wanna see that ass bounce. Bitch, what you talking about? Drop dead, they lead the party, nigga, watch your damn mouth. You don't wanna get me started.
Go. Pedal to the metal, hit the floor. Flying through the city, and that's about to float. Grab the main, grab a shit get close. You already know how this can go, I'm about to leave. Slide through the streets and need for speed. Feel the breeze, fingers twisting up the sweet. If you're looking for a baby, you gon' see. Pay attention, bitch,